Okay, thank you.
The zoning board of adjustments called to order at 7 PM.
Recording in progress.
Mr. Chair, would you like me to take
Yes,
attendance?
please.
Mr. Sylvia?
Present.
Mr. Hamel?
Present.
Mr. Gibbs?
Present.
Alternate members, Ms. Reardon?
Present.
Is Ms. White online? Okay. Oh. And Selectman Aiello is running Zoom. I'm assisting the board. And Mr. Kozak?
Yes. Present.
Okay.
Please stand for a pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Mr. Chair, for the record, is Ms. Reardon going to be replacing me?
Yes, Mary, you're going to be a voting member tonight, standing in for Trish McCarthy.
Thank you.
Public hearing would start at 7:02. Okay. Trish, would you read the first public hearing start?
I will. Samuel,
This is at 51 Crane
51
Crossing, for
Crane
those that are
Crossing.
out there.
yes. Samuel and Karen Abercrombitz, I'm probably saying that terrible, sorry, of 51 Crane Crossing Road, requests a public hearing for relief of zoning Article 15, Section 3, that states no building or structure, with the exception of both tanks and leaching beds of a septic system, which is subject to permitting requirements set forth in the current state of New Hampshire Building Code, which was amended March 2013, shall be within 65 feet of the center line of the street. If the lot is a corner lot, the 65-foot distance will be calculated from the numbered side of the house. This is map 8, block 4, lot 1.
Would the applicant or the applicant's representative come to the podium, please? And if you could go through and give us an update on your...
Thanks, Sam.
Yep. So the existing house is about 32 feet from the center line now. There's an existing garage that will be removed and ADU put in its place. It'll be about 40 feet from the center line, so we're asking for the variance to allow that to happen.
Questions from the board?
Same question as I asked last month. There is no garage going on. It's all going to be living space.
Correct. Yeah,
Correct?
garage will be removed and replaced.
Okay.
Yeah, the one thing that I'll make a comment about, I was over to the house, and just driving over there, right on that corner there, I don't believe that that house was put after zoning laws went into effect. Because I estimated you're about 20 feet from the center of the road or something in that effect.
Yeah.
And in fact, you came outside and we walked around the back there. That addition he's putting on, you wouldn't be able to see from the road. At least that's when he was talking to me about it, where we got out back. Just wanted to pass that on, yeah.
And the ADU is just going to be on the first floor?
ADU is the first floor. We'll have a bedroom above it.
So
The second floor.
the second floor is going to be an addition to the main living
House,
unit?
yes.
An extra bedroom for the main, okay.
You know, Roger, there's a lot of new laws with ADUs now, you know.
Yeah, I was just making
Yep,
that
that's
clear.
quite all right, but I'm not sure if everybody here, Trish, we were going over a little earlier, and about, they don't even have to be attached anymore. But anyway, any other questions from the board? Do you want to see the,
So, yeah, I was looking at the septic roof. So how many bedrooms total is going to be in the whole building?
There'll be 4 bedrooms when it's completed.
So presently, there's only 2 bedrooms?
There's 3 right now, so the 3rd bedroom will be removed and become basically like a hallway to get to the new addition.
Okay, it's the septic things, there's 3 bedrooms and 1 in the apartment.
You don't have to put it in
Right.
until it fails.
Correct. It just needs to
And
be
you
on file.
have a test pit and a set of
Yeah.
plans.
We submitted
All
the
you have
design.
to do is draw the set of plans and have it on file.
Right.
You don't have to
Yeah, when I-
install it.
When I did mine and I called the guys back to come do it, they were like, oh, you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I wanted to do it. I was like, it was the craziest thing to me, but yeah. You just need it on file with the state.
Okay.
Are there any more questions from the board members? Is there anybody that'd like to speak for or against the applicant? You can sit down now, sir, I think. Sure. Okay,
Thank you, Sam.
thank you. Is there anybody who would like to speak? Nobody?
They're all here for dinner.
Everybody's happy with it? Okay, yeah, okay. But in that case, we'll start deliberating and see what happens with the rest of the group. Any questions between us? Roger?
The house was
Yes,
there, and if she's going to attach something to it,
I mean,
you have to attach it to the house that's there.
Right.
yep, seems pretty simple.
that makes a unique situation considering where the house is.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
it does.
And it's gonna make it better having no garage there,
Right.
cars
Yeah.
Yeah,
coming out on that road. That's why I asked again.
okay. No further questions, no further comments from the board. Is the board ready to vote on the 5 criteria? Okay. Close the public meeting, and did anybody want to,
Did you want me to read the criteria?
pardon me?
Did you want me to read the criteria?
Yes, please.
Okay. And just speak into the mic. If you do have any comments, make sure I'm doing minutes tonight. Diane's not around, so be patient with me. Okay? So, number 1, criteria number 1. Remember to say A or nay. The variance will not be contrary to public interest. John?
A.
Roger?
I,
Frank?
Hey,
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Okay,
So that passes, that particular
Correct.
variance. Criteria. Criteria number 2. The spirit of the ordinance is observed. John?
Aye.
Roger?
yes,
Frank?
hey,
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
aye.
Okay, that passes. Number 3, substantial justice is done. John?
A.
Roger?
yes,
Frank?
hey,
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
Thank you. Number 4, the values of surrounding properties will not be diminished. John?
Aye.
Roger?
I,
Frank?
aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
All right. Bear with me. Criteria number 5. Literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance result in unnecessary hardship. John?
Aye.
Roger?
yes,
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
Okay.
Would someone like to make a motion to approve the application with the requested variance?
And we probably should put the amount of footage up that we're requesting based on what Sam said.
Yeah.
Motion to request a variance of 30,
Did you say 4, is it 40 feet, up to 40 feet?
40 feet.
no, he's 40, so
That'd be 40 feet,
be
so
be
60.
25, he might be
Oh,
a
I was
little...
going up to 32, yeah.
Oh, no, the house is 32, that's existing. So it's 40 feet 4 inches, so he needs 25 feet.
We could just give them up
Right.
to 30 feet, just,
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
25 foot. They need a 25-foot variance.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so 25-foot variance? Is that what you're comfortable with?
That'll make you 65 feet.
Correct. We just want to make sure we account for overhangs or anything else that's in front.
Right, because the other
You
measurements
wanna-
on
So
the,
you want to make it more than that?
What's that? I didn't hear what you said, Mr. Gibbs.
The other one's off the original house.
Yeah, but
Yeah, what-
that's existing. We
Right,
don't have to
right.
worry about that one.
Right,
my
we're
mistake.
we're coming off the other
Correct.
The
one
other end.
to make that 65, 40.
Right, but I'm saying, do we want to give them a 27-foot variance?
For the overhang.
Yeah, why don't you do it that way, and then we're not gonna,
Just so he
Are we
doesn't
all-
get
are
caught
we
up
all
in
set with
something
the,
silly.
Yep.
We all set?
Agree with
Would
that.
someone like to, would you read it back? Read it back, John, please.
I'd like to make a motion to grant a 27-foot variance, 51 Crane Crossing Road.
And did someone second that?
second.
All those in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Aye.
Did you want a roll call vote?
we're all here. We don't have
Okay,
to-
so we don't have to, okay.
Okay.
All in
Who-
favor?
Who seconded that?
I did.
Roger did,
Okay.
and all in favor, okay.
I have a little note here to read. Inform the applicant there is a 30-day window for someone to appeal a decision. If no appeals are made, notice of decision will be recorded with the Registry of Deeds. The applicant will pay the fee for the filing. You're all set, sir. Where is he?
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah. Okay. The second public hearing tonight, Furry Young and Tammy. Trish, would you read the request, please?
Sure, this is long enough that we should be serving dinner. So, Troy Young and Tammy Verani, 21 Chase Road, request a public hearing for relief of zoning Article 15, Residential A Zone Area, Regulation Number 2, Lot Area. No building except those allowed in Section 14 and its accessory buildings may be erected on a lot. Each lot shall have not less than 150 continuous frontage on a Class 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 highway, which was amended in March of 1988, and an area of not less than 60,000 square feet, which was amended November 1986, based on the model subdivision regulations for soil-based lot size. Copy is available through the Rockingham County Conservation District, which was amended in March of 1995, provided that one dwelling may be erected on a lot having lesser dimension if the petitioner can show by recorded deed or plan that said lot existed at the time this bylaw was adopted. Every lot shall be a minimum of 125 feet wide at all locations measured from the frontage in a continuous line back 100 feet towards the rear of the lot line along the side lot lines. All measurements are to be taken inside the lot boundary lines, amended in 1998 and again in 2003. In a case which the frontage is curved, such as along a cul-de-sac, the lot shall be a minimum of 125 feet wide at all locations, measured from a line tangent to the frontage curve in a continuous line back 100 feet towards the rear of the lot. Amended March 2010. This is map 11, block 10, lot 2.
Would the applicant or the applicant's representative like to take the podium, please? This is the one, John, with the 100 feet, right?
Good evening. So, my name is Doug McGuire. I'm with the Dubé Group engineering firm out of Londonderry, representing the property owners here on this application. And as I'm sure most of you recall from our meeting last month, what we're really here for is a frontage variance for a single lot on a piece of property which is almost 13 acres, 12.79 acres, or 69 acres, sorry. And we have enough frontage for 2 full lots with 1 remaining lot, which would be only with about 60 feet of frontage. And the reason that we feel that this is a reasonable request
Excuse me, sir. Could you kind of turn that so the public could look at it, or maybe they'd like to look at the plans later on? Sure. Okay, thank you.
I gotta try to get you guys to see it too, right?
Exactly, right,
Well,
yep.
they all have
yep,
copies.
yeah.
They have
We
copies.
have the plans, so, yeah, okay,
Mostly for them.
yeah.
Yep.
John, you want the full set?
Just tell us what page you're on, we
Yeah.
can kind of go from there.
Yeah, we can do that. I have one in front of me too, so.
Yeah.
So on page 3 is our subdivision sheet that we have. And as you can see, we have the existing lot in shape. We have 2 lots that can be fairly standardized lots with 125 feet of frontage, a straight line perpendicular off of the existing Chase Road, and you create 2 lots. The remaining portion of the lot does not have enough frontage right at the frontage point on Chase Road. However, the lot is pie-shaped and starts to drastically get wider as you get into the property. And what you'll note is that there's the lion's share of the property is staying with that particular parcel. So we have, just to kind of explain the rationale here, we have 59 feet of frontage at Chase Road. However, 193 feet back off of that property line into our lot, we have the 150 feet of frontage. So that's the pie shape that we're talking about. As you go back, the lot is drastically widening out, and we're proposing to have that remaining lot be just about 8 acres of land to stay with that. And so the rationale behind this is that obviously there are ways, as you all well know, to create additional frontage via a potential town roadway, which would yield this 8 acres, several different additional lots. The homeowners, they're really not looking to, they're not big developers, they're not looking to do a roadway, but they would like to obtain the value out of the property, so they felt that 3 lots out of the 12.69 acres was reasonable. And so, since I didn't talk about it at the last meeting, I'll quickly touch on the variance criteria that you have to act on tonight. So the first one, contrary to the public interest. So this would be a proposed single-family lot, which is permitted in your residential A zoning district and would be in kind to all the abutting residential properties in the area and all the other applicable requirements like lot size and building setbacks, all of that would be met. So it would be very much in kind with the neighborhood. The spirit of the ordinance is observed. As I kind of touched on, the intent of the frontage requirement is to ensure that a lot is of appropriate width to situate a single-family home on the site. And since this property is uniquely pie-shaped, where the frontage is reduced, but the lot widens substantially as one enters the property, we're obtaining that 150 feet of lot width at 190 feet into the property, and it continues to widen upwards of 550 feet wide as you come back into the property, and the property is over 1,000 feet deep off of the road. So a fairly sizable piece, and so for that reason, we're meeting the intent of that frontage requirement because we have that lot width to situate a home very comfortably on the property. Substantial justice, the proposed lot is shown to be over 300,000 square feet, 7.9 acres, substantially larger than your minimum lot requirement of 60,000 square feet. The land associated with this proposed lot would likely support upwards of 5 additional lots if the owner were to propose a new roadway into the property. Substantial justice is done for the applicant to permit this large usable area of land to be developed as only one single-family home lot. Values of surrounding properties are not diminished. The construction of a new single-family home would have no adverse impact on the surrounding property values, which are all the same use. Many times, new construction can help support existing home values. And number 5, little enforcement of the provisions would result in unnecessary hardship. Touching on the prong of the no fair and substantial relationship exists between the general public purpose of the ordinance provision and the specific application of that provision to the property. The purpose of that frontage requirement is to ensure appropriate lot size and width to accommodate the proposed use. This property is unique where it's the pie shape that does not meet the frontage requirement at the roadway but continues to widen with the usable upland acreage internal to the property. The proposed lot has substantial width to accommodate the siting of a single-family home aligned with the property's frontage. So due to the existing lot geometry, the reduced frontage requested will have no impact on lot width and lot size. And the proposed use is a reasonable one. The variance would allow for a single-family home to be situated on a lot which meets all remaining zoning criteria in a zone which permits the single-family use, surrounded by other existing single-family homes, so therefore, it's a reasonable request. So with that, that's just a touch on the criteria. I'm happy to answer any questions that board members may have on our application.
Board members, questions?
I just need a moment.
What are we looking at, John?
So has this been subdivided already?
No, it has not. You know, we wanted to make sure that our request was reasonable, so it has been surveyed by our office. The property that you have before you, these lots shown do meet all the town's applicable criteria to be subdivided. You know, we factored in your requirements that you have for not only minimum lot size, but also for contiguous upland area and some of your other criteria that you have. We wanted to go through those just to show that that could be done, but obviously we recognize that if you were to be inclined to grant this variance, our next step would be to head to the planning board and submit this application for the 3-lot subdivision, with one of them having relief from this board.
Any questions? Additional?
Yeah, I mean, I got a question. How are we gonna issue a variance on a hypothetical,
Set of plans.
well, no, a hypothetical, like we're issuing a variance on a property, on a lot that doesn't exist?
Good question, John.
I don't see a problem.
And again,
Because
I just,
It's a valid question.
Everybody runs into the chicken and the egg problem with planning and zoning. You gotta go someplace first. And basically, that.
What's that?
You know, coming here first is actually probably a better way to do it. And yeah, we would
They'll let you talk and then I can ask them, or I can talk, explain all you guys, whatever questions.
small frontage if we feel that that's appropriate. And then he would have to get a subdivision approval from the planning board.
so it'd be a conditional variance?
No, the variance is not, he's allowed to make a lot with 60 feet of frontage. And then whether the planning board approves that or not is up to the planning board.
Okay. Is it 125 feet of frontage or 150 feet of frontage?
150 is what's required.
So he needs 2 variances.
Actually, he would, there's a few things. He would need a variance for the frontage on the road. He also needs a variance for the width of the lot within 100 and
Right,
whatever.
100 feet back. Sorry.
What was it?
It's supposed to be 125 feet
25 feet wide
for 100
For
feet
100
back.
feet.
So he basically would need a variance to that also.
So just to clarify, and I can understand where you guys are coming from on this, because it's a little confusing. We do have 150 feet for the two lots shown, because it's 127 plus an additional 22 and
Oh,
change.
I see it.
You see that? Yeah, so it looks like it's substandard, but the intent is that we have
Are you looking
two
at, John?
standard lots.
There's a pin,
But-
that dimension is to the pin.
okay.
And I thought I figured that out last time too, but then I was looking at it and then I got confused with the 125 feet for 100 feet back and.
Well, I was just saying that basically, there are two sections of the
For that one
zoning
lot.
ordinance
Yeah.
for the pie-shaped lot that you would need a variance for. One is that it's not 150 feet wide,
Mm-hmm.
and also that the lot is not back,
Consistently 150 feet.
it's not 125
100
feet
feet.
wide.
Till where you build at, right? Because of the shape of the pie. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if that would be required because of the relief of the front piece, but, I mean, if you want me to, add that request
I
in.
think that, if we decide to go that way, we'll just, I was basically making the comment more for the board that when you word the variance, make sure to
What are we
include
saying
that.
on this, John?
Fair, thank you. And I appreciate that.
So he's also supposed to
here.
have, so he's supposed to be 150
Yeah.
for 100 feet consistently.
all right.
And that's why these are,
Ah, okay, thanks.
so basically you can't have, so basically what he couldn't do was just shift his frontage over and then ask for.
Quick
like,
question
a
on
bunch of
that one
smaller
lot.
variances.
Sure.
How many houses can you put on that lot with a short road?
We didn't fully engineer it, but it was looking close to upwards of 5 on the property because,
No, I'm just saying that one lot. So it's additional 2 houses.
it would be, we could do easily 3 in that area.
That's what I was calculating.
Yeah, 3. It wouldn't be
Right.
5, it would be 5 total.
Right,
But
right,
3,
5 total.
3 by extending that in and getting some additional frontage for, because obviously you could pop one in on the other side of that utility area,
Yeah,
which
with
nobody
just a
would.
small cul-de-sac
Yeah,
and get your road frontage.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is, looking at the plan, isn't basically the whole back of that wetlands or?
No,
If I look
it's
at the
not,
Existing, I mean, you got a wetland line, if you're coming in from the road, you come up
Right.
to a wetland line before the utility.
that's correct. That whole area isn't all exclusively wet. We just didn't have our wetland scientists fully detail map it because we weren't gonna put a subdivision back there.
Oh, okay.
There is upland area back there. We just didn't
Okay,
go to that detail because it was well beyond the limits of
right,
where we're
what
gonna put
you're
a
really
single-family home.
asking for, okay.
Are there any additional questions from the board? John? Chairman Lowe for public comments. Is there anybody in the public that would like to speak for or against the project?
Could you
Sir,
please
please.
go to the microphone?
Yeah. Give us your name, sir, and your address, please.
It's Pete Honda, 17 Chase Road,
Okay, thank you.
right next door. Where is the driveway coming in?
What do you think, John?
So the driveway would come in somewhere within this 60 feet of the frontage. And the house would likely be situated back in this area here.
That's the one you need a variance for.
Correct. So, yeah, I mean, we would be, this existing would come in off of this frontage, it would be another here, and then there'd just be one more driveway, 12-foot wide driveway to situ
So you're
additional.
looking at a shared driveway over there, right?
Nope, just,
That wouldn't be a shared driveway between these two?
no, this one would have their own driveway and they would situate their home closer to the road.
Okay.
Up in here. And then this one could, I mean, just because of the pie-shaped nature, it wouldn't likely be, are you this gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay, so the house would not be any closer to the road than you because of the width of the lot. They could put it here or they could set it back further. My thought is that when it's an 8-acre parcel, you would utilize, put it more centrally located in the back to use some of the surrounding land.
Now, see, that's just the other side of the lot, the back side.
Correct.
Now, right here, and my property is right here, and this whole front is all wetland.
I can't see where you're pointing. Well, maybe you can just, okay.
There you go.
There we go, thank you.
Right, I have about a 180-foot driveway, and I built back there so nobody would be around. I wouldn't be around anybody, and vice versa. And when Todd was building the houses next to me, he was gonna put one way back. I said, can you keep it up front, away from me? And he said, absolutely. I said, okay. So, but as you look at my house down the driveway, on the right-hand side, all wetland, all solid wetland. You can't do anything right there. And wetland abuts and sometimes flows over
So the
onto
wetland,
their property, yeah.
the wetland is between you and the,
It's on my property,
right.
and it extends over to his property, some of it. To that, I guess that's an old paper road that it used to be. There was a paper road that goes in there.
Yeah.
His father used to come over and shoot the crap with me when I was building all the time. So when I was telling him where I was gonna put the house, he said, oh, that's good, because there's not enough room really to put a house there. And that's why I chose that spot. But down in the front, you go down there, you can practically ice skate on it in the wintertime. I mean, it's wet though, because it's had some rain, but it's all wetland down there. And then there's quite a bit of wetland on the back. I don't go back there.
Thank you. Show wetlands on here, John, the marking. Show wetlands.
Nothing in the front. Well, it wouldn't do anything here.
Right,
But here.
right here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, back here, right, yeah.
There wouldn't be able to be unless they came in for like well, no, I mean, essentially, we're getting a frontage variance for this land. Once a single-family home's plopped here, that's it. It kind of solidifies that. If they weren't inclined to grant the variance, then we would probably pursue looking at an option of potentially putting a subdivision road in, a small one, to further develop this, which you probably wouldn't prefer, I assume. You'd probably rather just have it be a single family. But that's kind of their mindset, is they didn't want to make this a big development. They wanted to just, utilize the frontage. They didn't think it was unreasonable that 8 acres should at least support one 60,000 square foot lot. So that's kind of where their head was at on that.
What's the size of the houses they're putting up?
I don't, they haven't gotten to that level yet, but I mean, I'm,
Just gonna put a slab down there and drop a couple of double-wide trailers?
no.
I don't know,
No, I mean, an 8 acre parcel in town with this amount of land around it is gonna be
Double wide.
Yeah, right.
probably not gonna be the double wide.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So, excuse me, please take the podium, please. Your name and address, please.
Ken Dunn, 20 Chase Road.
Okay.
Is there any,
Talk to the mic, please.
is there any laws or rules as far as where the driveway is across from other driveways?
The road agent
don't think so.
has to approve the driveway.
Yeah, the road agent would approve the driveway curb cuts.
So my main concern is the wetlands, because I am across the street, and the whole topographical map, as you know, where Todd built all his houses, came down, and the land slopes from the top of the hill down. So the wetlands right now are kind of spread from one side of the street to the other. So my driveway, which is, let me see, let me get my back.
Across the street.
So right here, along this lot line goes back, this is all wetlands. So
Well, it doesn't show on here, does it?
since Todd's built these houses over here, and they never did anything with the runoff down the street, and so on and so on, they got everything running on the other side of the street, flooding out the wetlands over here. It can't take any more. The culvert really should be down the side of the road to the stream. But it doesn't. It stops after my driveway and floods the wetlands out. So any excavation that gets down on here, I can probably assume, well, it's a new paved road, so I don't know if they're allowed to tear it up or not, and crisscross this wetland water that stays on this side and goes down to this drain, because if it crosses the street and goes into here, it's gonna be flooding out my driveway. That's my concern.
So,
And I don't know if that has
if-
anything to do with what
That
you
would be
guys
the
do
planning
tonight.
board.
yeah.
The planning board would decide all of that.
Right.
Thank you.
Well,
So,
none was done when Todd built all these at all.
Right. The planning board never did anything.
so
You
just
guys are the planning board, right?
zoning.
So, and I guess, this happens a lot, and I just wanted to clarify, there's only a finite piece of information that we're obligated to oversee tonight. There's a lot of questions, and we're obviously happy to answer anything that we can, but a lot of it doesn't fall under our jurisdiction.
Yeah, right.
Falls under a different board's jurisdiction, and we certainly encourage you, if this goes through and it goes to planning, that's where a lot of this stuff can be answered and more thoroughly vetted, and some like concrete answers, things like what's gonna be put there and what the properties are gonna look like, that all falls under a different board's jurisdiction. Our jurisdiction is simply deciding whether this parcel can even exist.
Right, yeah, oh, okay.
You know what I mean? That's really what
That
it
was
comes
my
down
only concern to come
Right.
down here, because the wetlands.
No, absolutely.
It floods out there a lot more now that those houses are built, and then the water crosses the street into the culverts and then it's dumped into the wetlands, so.
No,
It can't take any more from the other side, so I didn't know.
So everything you said is correct, obviously. The only thing I would just add to maybe provide some level of comfort to the abutters that came today is the frontage here that we're proposing, at least the two homes and here. The topo grades inward to our site. So all the water from roofs and everything from those are gonna go into this wetland pocket that's in the property. And actually, the grading, it goes from 188 to 192 up this way. So even the lot in question with the reduced frontage drains away from user in the back.
Since they put the house, Tom put the houses up there, I have nothing but, when it thaws and everything, constant water running over my driveway. And if you go over my driveway now, it's almost bad enough that it's stopping the road under my driveway.
Yeah, if you look at the topographical map, and that does make sense, because your house is set up a little bit, and then it pitches down towards the road, so, that's kind of a natural, if you look at,
Well, it comes down the street, and it goes across my driveway into all of the wetland that's in
Right.
front of my house.
But it's an easy fix to carry the culvert down to the stream. It's like a couple telephones.
right, and
And it used to be like.
we
You need to
hear
take the
what,
mic, could you say that?
We
We've
hear
got
what you're
people, well, you need to understand that people that are listening on TV will not hear us if you're not at that mic. So you have some valid points, I don't want you to be discouraged.
And that's isn't what this meeting's about, I understand.
no, it isn't, and it is valid, and I absolutely understand. I mean, I live on Highland, and I deal with the same thing. I mean, in 3 years, I've lost 18 inches off the side of my driveway, just from the way that the road is. But unfortunately, for lack of a better term, it has zero to do with what we're dealing with here for this variance. But, that comes into road conditions and attending town meetings, and we definitely want to encourage you guys to come to the other meetings, to have your voices heard and really understand how the town's input can be affected throughout different meetings, and we can allocate funds to rectify situations like this. But it all starts with everybody showing up consistently. So we definitely don't want to discourage you guys from commenting. We just want to encourage you to comment in the right settings.
And they will also, if I may.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you go to the planning board meetings, when you get to that point, some of the points you brought up, like the road agent will be involved, the planning board, your road agent because of potential culverts, conservation will get involved because of wetlands. So that's where all the input really is. looking at those plans with all your help and your comments and what Mr. McGuire offers. So it will come together, especially if you come and talk to us.
Your name and address, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm John Verani, 73 Page Road, and I understand, and I wouldn't like that scenario either, where a development went in and all of a sudden there's runoff onto your property. One of the things I can say, I'm on the planning board for Londonderry, and one of the things when you engineer a plan nowadays, you can't increase runoff on an abutter's property. So trust me, I don't know how this gentleman Todd did it, but we would make sure that
He got away with a lot of
anything
shit.
like this happens would be, there wouldn't be any additional runoff on your property, as well as blasting and all that stuff. But John's right that that's all addressed at the planning board level. And, I know the family, married to Tammy, and the thing is that they grew up here, and when they were looking at it, they said, well, let's try to do something that's the least impact to the area or to land. And that's why they're trying to go with just a 3-lot subdivision versus saying, let's come in with a 5 or 6 lot subdivision and maximize the impact on you guys and the town and the roadways and everything else. And, the town adopts those roads afterwards, and you guys gotta plow them, and you guys gotta maintain them. So they said, you know what, let's
I know.
let's look at something that makes equitable sense to both parties, the neighbors and everything else. And, if they wanted to maximize what they wanted to do here, they could do that, but they don't want to do that. So that's why we're requesting a variance.
That doesn't matter if they build 10 houses to me, I'm more worried about the wetland being flooded out.
Right,
Yeah.
now, if they do something down there, is that gonna back up water?
No,
Wetlands or something, they're gonna put culvert down to,
so
there is a water problem.
the
there.
existing conditions on your property were caused by somebody else. But the
Well, no,
thing,
there was a natural runway coming through my property.
We're gonna get a hot meal.
Under my, and I put pipes under it, it was all approved by the. And then plus I had somebody there scrutinizing the work I was doing to make sure it was done right. I put cement pipe underneath so I could put the driveway over. It had a stream coming through, and I said, how can I do that? And they said, well, you gotta do this, this, and that. And I went and did that. So all the water comes from, not the front of the house, up in the back of everybody else's house. And it's funneled down, and it comes down under my driveway, and then it comes out, and it goes around the back to another culvert. It like splits the water when it gets running too high and they can't go, it has someplace else to go. It runs up along the side of my garage, out back a little bit, and then down around, and I don't know where it goes from there. I'm sure it's downhill.
yeah. Well, I think that they,
Yeah.
well, all I can tell you is that we won't put any water from our property, from anything we
I'm
do.
not worried about from your property, I'm worried about backing up onto mine now. That's a whole other situation.
Well, I think we will engineer it properly when we get to that stage. But John, you're absolutely right that, we're at the variance, the ZBA stage, and we need to know what direction we need to go in.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Right, and again, I don't want to discourage anybody from attending meetings or speaking up by any means, because this town needs plenty of vocalization and all the boards and all the meetings and all the town stuff, and plenty of town input and cooperation. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that, and you actually know where to go to have these addressed. So that's my main goals. I want to make sure that you don't feel shut down by any means.
And obviously, they'll be noticed if we go to the planning board on,
Yes.
So the same, yeah, and that's a great point. So the same abutter notices and stuff all go out for planning as well, so you guys will be all aware, and that's a much better platform for these concerns.
Yeah, so like I got a couple $1 million house, and I drive down my driveway, and then at the end of my driveway, I'm looking at, a 2,000 square foot house. How's that bring up the value of my house? It doesn't, it brings it down.
And that's why planning gets involved to approve and deny plans on the actual buildings. Our jurisdiction is for where things can be located, more for lack of a better.
Right.
Roger, can you do a better description of that?
You're doing fine.
All right. Hanging me out to dry here, Roger.
Yep. We're letting you go. Good job.
Yeah, and if you don't know what the different boards do, it can be a little bit intimidating. And as a guy that came in 3 years ago and was literally sitting where you guys were and had no idea this end, and I built my career in construction, 25 years, so that side of it, when the plans are issued and the building's going up, I know everything about that. And to come in on that side and deal with all this planning that goes into getting to that point and understanding the different boards and aspects was a bit overwhelming, so.
Do we still get notified by mail with all these meetings that are coming up?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I think you'll only be notified once for the planning board, and if they go to the next month or the next week, they'll let you know, but there'll only be one notification, as far as I know, right, Trish?
Yes.
They only send one out,
One certified mail.
yeah. But there could be multiple meetings, yeah.
It's nice to know what's going on when you pull out of your driveway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you guys can't make it, it is
On Zoom.
usually streamed live, so you
Yep.
can tune right in, and if you have something to say you have a previous engagement, and you gotta step out real quick because you wanna say something, you can raise your hand on Zoom and you can be recorded virtually as well. Both in zoning and planning, I believe.
Or if even they're recorded so that they're also available on YouTube on
Afterwards,
demand
if you happen to
afterwards.
miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just concerned, it's gonna cost a backup,
Right. No, absolutely understand.
and it's pretty well up front. If you actually have to go see, you wouldn't believe how wet it is.
Yeah, it's interesting, the road agent, Mike Pavero, what's the road that goes over 125? He put a big culvert in there because of a water issue in that new development. What the heck's the name of that road that goes over to 125?
New Boston Road.
Yeah, New Boston Road.
Bell's Way.
He spent a lot of time there, but Mike put that in, so the water's going across the street, with a big culvert in it, and that's part of what the road agent does, yeah. And that's, I think somebody said it earlier, that the water cannot be on somebody's property, yeah. Are there any more questions for the applicant? No negatives? Good, that's good. Okay.
Jokes.
The board go into deliberative session, please. No more comments from the public. Anybody have any comments before we go and vote? I'm a little apprehensive over the 100 feet, and I'm trying to talk myself into understanding what he's doing, and it is pretty lengthy, but, and I understand what the family's trying to do.
Well, I think the size of I guess my initial opinion is the size of the lot, and looking at traditionally what lots like this look like in town.
Yeah.
It's traditionally, I look at like the McCarthy's that are behind me,
Yeah.
They have a very narrow, long
True.
driveway,
Yeah.
and then you drive down the driveway, it's all nice and wooden, and then it opens
Yeah,
up,
right.
and
That's
then
out.
that's
Yeah.
their little private paradise, and that's kind of what I see here.
Yeah, I agree with you there, John, definitely, yeah.
And I think my other initial thought is, I think they're absolutely right with the cul-de-sac and what could be there. And to me, this seems like the lesser of two evils. That's just my
Mary,
kinda
any,
initial thought.
any thoughts, Mary?
I think you guys have covered everything.
Mr. Gibbs?
Looks good to me.
Roger?
I have a lot of apprehension about this one. I really don't think that they have, you know, that you should have it that narrow in the front.
That's how I feel, yeah, yeah. It sets a hell of a precedent for us also.
We
Well, I
had
guess-
a very similar case 2 months ago, a year ago. And again, it was a matter of, yes, indeed, they didn't have enough frontage and they could have put a road in, they chose, they didn't want to do that, they wanted to put in a big, long driveway.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And basically, that one we denied. And I realize every application
Different.
has its own fact package, and the fact that we denied that one doesn't mean we need to deny this one.
That is correct, I do.
But I mean, it is very similar, and for me, the issues are very similar.
John, comments?
I don't disagree with Roger, but I do think that, if I remember correctly, I think the lot size, I guess I'm defaulting more to the lot size, and I guess what I have in my head visually on what I think this would look like afterwards, I have no problem. But then again, I don't,
But the other
that's
thing
not
is,
reality.
and when you approve a variance, yes, indeed, you may have a vision, but that vision may not come true.
Yeah, I agree.
You're giving them approval for something, and they may end up doing whatever they want within the rest of the regulations.
I think that kind of lends it to, we've got to trust that the planning board does the right thing, right?
If you look at it, they could put a road in and have 5 houses, 2 additional houses, you're putting 4 more kids in the school system, that's an extra $100,000 the town has to come up in taxes for quite a few years.
That really is not an issue.
Money is not an issue?
Not that we should be considering. That you shouldn't be thinking about that.
Well, when you're paying your tax bill, you kind of think about things.
So the
Yes, Mary?
part of the
Roger doesn't
question
work
here
for me.
is,
Yep.
is this the only thing they can do here?
No, they can put 5 houses in.
I know, that's my point.
Right.
So it's not that they wouldn't be able to use this
Right.
property if they changed the way they divvied it up.
Right.
Right.
So it's not like denying this would keep them from doing anything with this property, which is the whole
Correct.
point, right? We want to make sure that they can do something with their property, and this may not be the best thing because this is such a small frontage. But there's other things they could do here.
They
Yes.
could put a short road in there, get 5 houses in there, and they're gonna make an extra $150,000. He's trying to help the town out, putting 3 houses in it instead of 5 houses. There's enough land there to put 5 houses in.
This
I'm
gentleman
sorry.
can't speak.
Yeah.
If you need to speak, sir, please go to the mic. No, that's right. Yeah.
In
There's
deliberation.
no comments from the
Right.
public, please. Thank you.
So he can't speak.
Yeah,
So that's,
yeah.
that's
Good point, Mary.
That's what I'm seeing.
It is
here.
a very
That's
good
what I'm
point.
hearing
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Are there any more comments?
I got a question.
No,
No,
You can't.
we're in deliberative at this
Public
point.
meeting is over. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
We're done.
yeah. Good valid point, Roger. My concern is like you on the 100-foot. And I know we look at each piece of property as its own on new particular, but this one here is bothering me.
If that was a 2-acre piece, I would look at it differently, but that's an 8-acre piece of land. A 2-acre piece, you wouldn't have a lot of room if it was
So,
only 50 foot of frontage.
I definitely don't disagree with the point that Ms. Reardon just brought up, but and when I look at the other items, to me, this, as opposed to an alternative, meets these better. You know what I'm saying?
They may not even have to come to us for
Correct.
some alternative.
Correct. So for me, my opinion is, this is, and again, this is just my opinion, everybody's, I think it meets criteria versus the alternative. And I think we're looking at the variance because the alternative, they probably wouldn't need much of a variance at all. We'd be talking about maybe a 5-foot wetland buffer or something like that for a couple of houses. And then that's kind of, we look at like character of neighborhood, and I think a house value would be more valuable with wooded acres than 2 houses right next to it, personally. And I don't know that to be true, but that's my opinion.
Are we ready to vote on the criterias? Roger?
I am.
Ms. Reardon?
Yep.
Okay. John? Okay.
You want me to read them?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Criteria number 1, the variance will not be contrary to the public interest. John?
Aye.
Roger?
No.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
No.
Jack?
No.
Criteria number 2, the spirit of the ordinance is observed. John?
Aye.
Roger?
No.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
No.
Jack?
No.
Number 3, substantial justice is done. John?
No.
Roger?
No.
Aye.
Frank? I'm sorry?
Aye.
Mary?
No.
Jack?
No.
Number 4, the values of surrounding properties will not be diminished. John?
Aye.
Roger?
Yes.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
And number 5, little enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance results in unnecessary hardship. John?
Sorry, can you read that again?
Literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance results in unnecessary hardship.
No.
Roger?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Thank you. Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
No.
Jack?
No. Did you calculate the vote?
Okay. So we have individually, or I do it as a total?
I'm sorry, what?
Right.
What is it?
What was your question?
So Jack wants me to do the tally. So do I do it per criteria?
Need a
All
tally.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because those are not, they're a
It's all or nothing.
Okay.
on each of the criteria, it is there to show that we considered each of the criteria.
Okay.
Each member of the board considered the criteria. But
Thank you.
the thing now is to,
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. Point of order. The board needs to provide rationale for the denial.
Yes.
I mean, if you read this criteria, and if you talk about hardship, and I'm talking about the uniqueness of the shape of the lot, and you're just dismissing that, we need to hear why. That's required.
Well, personally, I find it, the 100-foot variance just way outside of the parameters of the first variance request. And as far as a hardship goes, I don't believe there's a hardship by denying it. Yeah.
So at this point, somebody has to decide, is there a motion to deny, approve, and why?
Someone want to make a motion to deny? Yes, Mary?
If the criteria weren't passed, then it's a denial.
No. First, we need to have a motion to either approve the variance or to deny the variance, and also to give reasons why the variance is either approved or denied.
Yeah.
So if none of the criteria passed, you could still approve it?
No.
No.
No, you can't,
That
no.
wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
But, I mean, I have often seen individual members say that one or more of the criteria have not been met, and then still vote to approve a variance.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so, Roger.
What?
If any one of the 5 is denied, then...
But that has not been the
what I'm saying,
consistent history here.
Right. Well, I think it has been. I can't recall a request when one of the 5 didn't pass it. We changed it and approved the variance. Yeah. So someone want to make a motion to deny?
I'll make a crack at it. I didn't really prepare anything for this. So I make a motion to deny the requested variance
Excuse me, please.
because the board has determined that the public interest and the spirit of the ordinance are not met because the reason for the amount of footage at the road is to show a spacing of the houses, and it's also going to, in this case, cause the driveways to be close along the road. And I think that's one of the issues. Also, in terms of substantial justice and hardship, there are other reasonable alternatives for the use of the property that do not impact the public interest and the spirit of the ordinance. And I would, that's my motion with the rationale.
Okay, thank you, Roger.
And I would ask any other members of the board if they wanted to
Add something.
expand on
Yeah,
that. I would.
John?
Are you, oh, I thought you were writing and you were trying to.
No, I'm just writing.
Roger, you're going to be able to...
My own things.
You're going to be able to review that again?
I hope she got it.
It's on video. There was an awful lot of information there.
Yes, yeah, okay. A motion was made by Roger. Is the motion second?
Second?
Mary. A roll call vote?
You want me to do the vote?
Yes, yeah.
So roll call vote. John?
No, I believe the parcel size in relation to the frontage, in my opinion, warrants the variance. I believe less houses on this parcel in general is more beneficial to the town than the alternative, which is more houses and more density.
Okay, so that's a no.
I wrote
against
that down
this
for you
motion.
for later.
Okay. Roger,
Yes.
Frank,
No.
Mary,
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Okay, so motion passes. All in favor?
No, we wrote that, you got the vote.
Sorry. Not all in favor?
Jack, you got a thing to tell them what the denial in their rights?
He's talking to them, so I was hoping to get his attention.
They could put a road in there and put possibly 6 houses in it.
Before they leave, you should.
Excuse me.
Excuse us.
Hold on a second.
It has been denied. You have 30 days to appeal a denial
Just so you can record it.
with new evidence and so forth, and that's it. And the board would decide whether they rehear it or not. Okay.
Excuse me.
Would it be more likely to be acceptable to reduce the frontage on all 3 lots? So it's more equal?
What did she say?
She's asking if the board would be more receptive to 3 variances on frontage than 1 big variance.
I'm not sure what would have to happen at that meeting. Yeah.
A valid question, and we would have to,
I know it would have to be presented, I'm just
Right,
referring
but-
to a previous denial that was just done for a similar situation. So I'm wondering, where's the threshold for the frontage before it becomes a concern for public safety?
Yeah.
Is that at 120 feet per lot, because maybe we have that, or is it, if it's 60 feet is too small?
yeah, I know personally, I can't give you any guidance for that because it is something that we might entertain, but I wouldn't say yes and I wouldn't say no at this point. It is one of the other options that you could look at. Because
Thank you. Let's see. 2. Okay. Let me get the other information out here on number 3.
That's what he said, put in a road. That's right.
Put 100, as many houses as I can put in there.
Yep.
Okay, Trish, the next public hearing.
Okay.
Krista McCoy, Lincoln
Okay.
Road. Would you please read the brief?
I will. Christopher McCoy, 4 Lincoln Road, requests a public hearing for relief of zoning Article 15, Residential A, Zone Area Regulation Number 3. No building or structure, with exception to both tanks and leach beds of a septic system, which is subject to permitting the requirements set forth in the current State of New Hampshire Building Code, amended March 2013, shall be within 65 feet of the center line of the street. If the lot is a corner lot, a 65-foot distance will be calculated from the numbered side of the house, amended March 1995. Side and rear setbacks shall be patient, 25 feet from lot lines. Side and rear setbacks may be reduced not less than 5 feet for one accessory storage structure, less than 120 feet in size, amended March 2000. Other accessory buildings and structures, i.e. decks of all sizes, storage sheds, and larger than 120 square feet in size, playhouses, carports, swimming pools, and similar type of construction, shall meet the above-mentioned setback requirements amended March 2013.
Would the applicant like to take the podium, please?
Hi, Chris.
You have the podium, sir. Kind of give us an overview of what you're doing.
I'm trying to put a farmer's porch across the front of my house, and I'm 60 feet roughly from the center of the road to the front of where it would be. So I'm looking for roughly a 5-foot
Variance.
variance.
Okay.
And the road turns, so at the other end, it's 2.5 feet.
So you're looking for two variances for 5 feet and,
Well, no,
oh, you need
we
one.
give him-
You only need
with
one,
5 feet,
correct, that's
he-
correct,
He
yeah.
wouldn't
7
use it all for
That's
the other.
right,
Yeah.
Give him 7 feet, so room for error.
Right.
Does anybody in the audience have any questions for the, sir? No. How about the board? Any questions?
I mean, I think it's great that he's got all his neighbors on board.
Yeah?
Right.
And I mean, I do like farmers' porches,
Wow, yeah, yeah.
but I'm also thankful for the 65-foot setback law from the road, so I don't have to put one on my house. I told my wife no right away. I would love a farmer's porch, but can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, what did you need, 2 feet,
You're
John?
listening.
Yeah, I need a 70-foot variance to put a farmer's porch on my house.
Are there any questions for the applicant? It all looks pretty straightforward. Ms. Reardon?
No, I have no questions.
Roger?
No, I fully understand what he wants to do.
Right.
Mr. Gibbs?
No questions, I've
John?
read the plan.
I have no issues with this, this variance request. Seeing there's no questions from the audience, we'll end the public hearing and move on to voting.
With this one,
Yeah.
at first I said, my problem with it
Yeah,
is that there really is no difference from his house than all the other houses on the street. There is nothing unique about
yeah,
this.
okay.
On the other hand,
Yeah,
if I were standing at the road
Yeah.
and looking at his house with the new porch,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to say, "Ooh, wow, that's really close to the road."
yeah,
So it's sort of like, you know, it's really sort of feel like it's not, doesn't make a lot of difference,
yeah.
but it also really doesn't quite fit the criteria.
Yeah, right.
You probably wouldn't be there because it's on a dead-end road.
Right.
Yeah,
You
but
wouldn't be stopping there and look at it because it's on a dead-end.
going to his neighbor's house.
Okay.
But yeah, and I mean, they're all about the same distance from the road.
Right.
And it's, like I said, it will, I assume, look lovely.
You're saying, Roger, that some of those might be 60 feet from the center of the road?
I did not take my Google map and measure.
Well, then we'll close the public meeting and we'll do the voting of the criteria. Trish?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Number one, the variance will not be contrary to the public interest. John?
Aye.
Roger?
Yes.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
Okay, number two, the spirit of the ordinance is observed. John?
Aye.
Roger?
Yes.
Frank?
Aye.
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
3, substantial justice is done. John?
Aye.
Roger?
Yes.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
Number 4, the values of the surrounding properties will not be diminished. John?
Aye.
Roger?
Yes.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye.
And number 5, literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance results in unnecessary hardship. John?
No.
Roger?
No.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
No.
Jack?
No.
Did I read that one wrong?
What did we get there, Ms. McCarthy?
So all are all in favor?
Okay.
Accepting number 5, there are 4 noes and 1 aye.
Does someone like to make a motion to approve the applicant's variance?
Make a motion to approve a 7-foot variance for 4 Lincoln Road.
I think this is one of those cases where we should put in our rationale. And I think the rationale is because will have minimal impact on the neighborhood. And the neighbors all support the change, even though it really isn't any different than on any of the neighbors.
Let's please add that to
Amended.
I'm trying.
And with that, I would second.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Roger. I'll wait till Trish is done. You all set, Trish?
Yep, I'll have to get the rest off the video, but I got most of it.
Okay, a roll call vote, please.
John?
Aye.
Roger?
Aye.
Frank?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Jack?
Aye. Congratulations, you get your variance.
All in favor, yep.
And just so a little word, inform the applicant there's a 30-day window for someone to appeal the decision. If no appeals are made, no notice of decision will be recorded with the Register of Deeds. The applicant will pay for the fee for the filing. Thank you.
So do I have to do another permit? A building permit, I would assume?
And the applicant
Pay for the permit?
What's that?
Pay for the permit?
pay for the filing fee.
He paid us. He did everything he needed to do for us.
You got a denial from the building.
So
Yeah.
so you'll go.
Once
I
you
forget how
get
that
the
happened. It's been too long now.
decision from us,
Yeah,
you take that and go back to the building.
right.
You get the decision from us.
Yeah.
You have to pay to have it recorded at the Registry of Deeds.
Right.
And
He's
then
already
you
paid
take-
for that, isn't he?
Yep.
He's already paid for that also, Roger.
Oh, he did?
He's
Yeah.
paid,
Yeah.
he's paid all his,
So,
yeah.
so then you take the approval to the building department and you get a building permit.
Okay, where's the building department?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
Oh, so it's here, all right.
Yeah. The only thing we're talking about is someone in the public could challenge our vote and ask for a rehearing, but they'd have to have other as residents. So it's up to you if you want to start within that 30 days.
Yeah, highly unlikely based
Yeah.
on
Yeah, based on what we see.
paperwork you submitted that one of your neighbors is gonna
Yeah.
challenge the decision.
Right, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
So I can start this December 5th?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes, 30 days from today.
You'll get the notice of decision when,
Yep. So their notice of decision, that'll be on the public, we have to have it available to the public, that'll be on the website, but it won't get recorded for that 30 days, so it's best that you wait that 30 days before you do anything.
Right,
But you certainly can go down to the building department with the notice and say, I'm not gonna do anything till December 5th,
Yeah.
but they approved me.
Okay, so I'm gonna get all this in the mail, I would assume?
Yes, yep,
I'm just not familiar with that. I don't know what it is.
I'll send it to you,
Great,
okay?
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Trish, update on the new fee schedule for the website.
Okay.
We talked about this, I believe, last month, right?
So update on the fee schedule. So I gave everybody, I included
Copy.
it.
Yeah.
It's on the website, and I think it's gonna help us next year with our applications fee, because one of the issues that we'll have, and in the escrow sheet that I printed out for you, which was as of today, there are some people that I now have to reach out to because they owe us more money, because our original applications were so small, so.
You made me a folder for the fee schedule. It's empty.
Say that again, what?
You made me a folder for the fee schedule. I just opened it. It's empty.
No, I just printed, on your flash drive. But I handed you one, didn't I?
No.
Oh, maybe I didn't.
It's all
You're
right.
right, I didn't hand you anything. You got it all on your flash drive.
I got it.
And the only other thing that I had to do with that,
Last
It is.
meeting.
But we approved
You
this
approved
last
that.
meeting.
yes, the only thing that I had to do that you didn't ask me to do was the treasurer said, and it's on the top paragraph, last sentence, they want 2 checks made out to the town, not one, because the escrow account has to go one place and our application is a different. That's the only thing that is different that you didn't know about.
I can get behind that.
Okay,
Yep, no
Streamline the process.
yep.
All set with that, members? The escrow manifest, has everybody had a chance to look at the manifest?
It looks a little bit more filled in.
Well,
Yep.
God, it does,
So,
yeah, oh, boy.
You notice that the blank areas in the middle is planning board, that's not us. So this is a combination escrow of us and planning board. So
Why?
you see all the monies that are coming in,
But why?
the escrow sheets, the way they've always been like this, excepting I think.
You know my pet peeve in town, right?
What?
When I ask why and they say, well, that's the way we've always done it.
No, what I was gonna say is, it's one sheet, however, we never got to see planning board, we only got one little piece, he separated it out. This is actually what's in the escrow accounts.
Thing.
It's really better that you see it all.
So, I guess, all right.
Holy shit.
I guess my question would be,
How do we know which ones are ours, John? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like,
That's what I'm
should
trying to
we
look
color
at.
code 'em?
What I
there
could
a
do is
flag or
color code
something?
ours, sure.
But
All
then,
right.
I mean, and I guess we just pick like a light gray, that way you don't have to actually make it color.
Yeah.
Okay, want me to
Leave
do?
one white and leave one like a light gray.
Okay,
And
I
then
can
we
do
just
that.
know.
Is that a tough
That
thing
maybe
to
the-
do, Trish?
easy.
You sure? Okay,
Easy to do,
Yeah.
yep.
okay.
And I should tell you that some of the ones that are ours are still incomplete because I haven't received the bill from Eagle Tribune yet. So, and of course, the recording fee, I don't do because I've got to wait the 30 days. So the 2 notices that Jack's going to sign tonight, I can actually record those on the 15th. So then I'll be able to extend out and see, like, I know one of them, Mackenzie's going to owe us money. And I can't remember.
Just looking at that.
Recording fee,
I'm sorry?
the recording fee doesn't come out of the escrow account because they have, or have you changed that again?
No, so
They have to write a separate check to the registry of deeds.
they will write the check to us. And we can put, or if you want me to tell them to write a separate check to the registry,
I want something that works.
Yeah, so.
it's a lot easier to just collect it and put it in the,
I agree, because if their check bounces at the registry, then now it's not recorded. If it's,
yeah,
if their check's bounced with us, at least we can record it and hold it hostage
yeah.
until
Mary Jo can put a lien on the house.
something.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? It's better than it not being recorded and then we have to go fix it
That's
and then run it back to,
Yes,
right?
yep.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Whatever
Yeah.
works. I don't have any vested interest in how the process works. I just want it to work.
Yep.
Whatever's the easiest.
It is really the easiest.
Does everybody have the code to get in the door
Oh,
down
yes.
there?
No, I threw mine out.
Yep, don't say it out loud, but.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm reading what you have here.
I was going to ask you what that number was on this little pink
okay, so that's the code to, when we park out back, instead of coming in this door, if you come in, I call it the conservation room in the back, that will get you in that door so that if you need to come to pick up your packets and it's after hours, you can always get in town hall. I'm going to put a row of, what do you call it, bins, the bin files.
Yeah.
They'll mount to the wall right behind the door. They'll have your name on it. It'll be really easy to pick up.
Trish, why not just put them up there, never mind the town hall? That you
Put
can.
what?
You said if you don't want to go to the town hall to get them, they'll be up here. Why don't you just put them up here instead of the town hall at all?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, we'll just forget the town hall.
Yeah.
And know that you've got a code to get in,
Okay.
and they'll be here.
All right.
And my goal, as long as I'm doing this job, so applicants, when they call me, I'm telling them I need all their information by 4 o'clock on a Wednesday. That gives me Thursday morning. I've usually got it all done, unless we get a brand-new applicant that all of a sudden gives me something at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday. Then
Yeah, didn't we change the time or day that,
Deadline, yeah.
to Wednesday, was it?
we did Wednesday, and that's what I'm telling everyone now.
Right.
Because Thursday at noon was ridiculous, because it didn't give me enough time to get it to you
Yeah,
by Thursday at noon,
Right.
you know? And then that only gave whoever was here, town hall closes at 6. If we got a brand-new application Thursday morning, you're scurrying to get everything done, and it's not fair to the person doing the job or to you.
well, if he comes in on Thursday, why don't you just push that out?
Oh, that's exactly what
Okay,
they're told. I've
definitely,
done that.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
good,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. The only other thing, and I'm not prepared tonight, is we really need to talk about our budget. So I'm actually on the schedule for a whole bunch of budgets. I don't know if it's next week or the week after. And so all the different departments that I do, unfortunately, they're doing it all the same night. And I'm wondering if I go over the budget and send it to everybody, or print it for those that don't want it as an email.
In the past, Jim and I would sit down and
Oh, is that
put
what
it
you did?
together and then show the board, but either way, it doesn't make a difference.
I just wanted to share
Yeah.
it with you.
Right.
I think because we're doing things a little bit more, how do I want to say this? I'm on the 19th, okay. Okay. The way we're doing things now, we are actually saving money on salary lines because of some of the changes that you've allowed me to do as this person. So I don't know if you think we need to go up on anything. I'm tossing this out so you have a chance to look at the budget. I can send it to you, and then give me or Jack input, or John, and I'll put it in an Excel spreadsheet and
Yeah,
print it or
where
send
do
it.
we stand right now with our budget? Are we over, under, or do you know?
We're not in a negative right
Okay,
now.
okay.
No. Yeah,
I don't see much changes for the following year, but let's take a look.
I know. Well, I'll send it to you all. I think I'm not in a negative.
Yeah, now, we did not purchase new books last year, did we?
And this year, we're going to have to
Yes,
because of
yeah.
all the
We've gotta
changes.
Yeah.
Anthony's looking up if
I
we're
mean,
in a negative.
That's small money. They're like.
I can't remember,
they were like
$5 yeah, something like that.
Last time, I think they charged us $10 a piece.
Yeah.
$10 a piece, but yeah, we definitely are going to need them
And
because
we
of all the
need
changes that
one
took
for
place.
you.
Yep.
And for every member and alternates, so
Yes.
forth, so make sure we have enough copies.
Right.
Yep, yep.
Just before while we're talking about the budget, let's see if you can find it. The last time I looked at it, we were okay, but let's see.
No, we still are gonna, yeah,
We still have money. So we're still in over, right? Okay. All right, so I'll send it to you. If you've got any concerns, we should probably make sure that the books, there's enough in there for the books and training, if we want to go to training, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think we spent any money on training this year.
I don't think so,
I don't think so either. Yep.
right? Okay.
The Board of Adjustments is...
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. So, we had a couple of things that we were talking about prior to you guys getting here. Actually, I think Mr. Gibbs, you were here, but, so, we need to make time on our agenda for
right.
policy and procedures
Yes.
Well,
review.
okay, my question on that is, do we, as of right now, do we know that we're gonna have any applications next month?
We interviewed today.
No, not applicants, applications for
Oh,
variances.
we have none
Yeah,
for
okay.
December.
So December would be a good time
a good
to
one,
do that.
Right.
If
Okay.
she's got time to put it together before that
So,
meeting.
that's a good point, though, because here's the thing. The way our policy reads, somebody can come to us by 4 o'clock on Wednesday before our December meeting and with an application, so then we'll have an application. We could have more than one. It's December, so maybe not. So if we end up with applications, just allow enough time for some of these policy things that we are absolutely going to have to talk to. Some of them are statute changes.
Yeah, so I think, even if it spills into multiple meetings, I think it's pertinent that we get it on our agenda.
Yeah, and I think, John,
As much as I would love to have a hot meal
Yeah,
on the first
right.
Wednesday of the month.
but we talked about, when do our warrant articles have to be in?
So typically, is it by December, the end of December for us? I think for staff, for people
Yeah.
at town hall, our warrant articles have to be to the selectmen by the end of December, December 31st.
What are you asking about warrant?
So that leads us into the next,
Well, we were talking earlier before everybody showed up about talking to the planning board or coming up with something to change the
the wording.
wording, in the 4-car maximum to, I'm not sure what we want to.
The planning board
But we-
has their own schedule for warrant articles.
Yeah.
I understand, but I
We
still,
make a recommendation to the
Yeah,
planning
we
board.
just want to make a recommendation to them, yeah.
and it's gonna be as simple as that, we feel that it needs to be more black and white and less interpretive. And if, obviously, Roger, I'm sure you're gonna have some great input on that, and we
No,
can
no,
build off that,
Right
but,
now, I'm trying to remember
So
from my
it's-
planning board days what the calendar looks like.
Yeah.
Because basically what it comes down to is they would have to get a recommendation.
Right.
And then
A public meeting.
decide to hold a public hearing.
Yeah.
And they hold the public hearing.
Yeah.
And then post the warrant article.
right.
Right.
So it sounds like we're out of time, but
Yeah.
that, in my opinion, this is what I'm doing here, warrants a look and some effort on our part, because I think when we look at this ordinance, now we've looked at it twice,
Right.
and that everybody on the board seems to have a bit of a different interpretation. It's not very clear, and I personally think we should make them aware that we think this could be more clear and concise to make us able to.
Well, it sounds like,
If all you're suggesting, and this is that we ask them to look at the issue, say, we see an issue with this sentence, please look at it.
Yeah.
That, at least as far as I'm concerned, we could vote to do tonight, and Jack can send them the letter, and they can start working on it, so we might not run out of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's,
I mean, if we're not going to.
because
hash
to me,
out-
it's not clear exactly why that's there and what we're looking at, aside from 3 cars. And I do agree with Mr. Gibbs saying that it's,
Why can't we just recommend that they, instead of no more than 4 cars in the garage, no more than 4 unregistered cars in the garage?
I
just the square footage, and
I'm working in
that's
a
what I'm
development,
saying.
And there's 5
I don't
garage
care how it's
doors on a
worded.
single-family house.
As long as it's, but I think,
And that's in Pelham. That's still New Hampshire.
And what was it? I missed it.
There's 5 garage doors on a single-family house. I'm working next door to.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wow.
It's in a subdivision.
All right.
That's why I'm saying no more than 4 unregistered cars, not registered.
I don't particularly think that that's best way to go. I think there is a problem, but I don't really have a solution. I think,
don't either,
I
and-
think, yeah, like you said, especially now that last year they changed the zoning ordinance to eliminate the square footage of any accessory building. That there needs, and maybe putting in square footage.
Right.
Would be, but if all we want to do is say, hey, planning board, look at this and you figure out an answer, then we see
They
a-
may say
we
that-
see a
yeah,
problem, but
right.
we're not going
Yeah.
to suggest a solution.
I think one thing we've all got to look at is time frame here.
I don't have a solution to suggest personally.
Right.
I just know that when it comes here, it's like, why is this, there's a lot more questions about the ordinance than there is about the application,
You're
in
right.
my opinion.
Or the variance that they're here for, right.
So that's why I think, we could instruct Jack to send a note to the planning board saying that the zoning board sees a potential improvement to the zoning ordinance by reviewing whatever section that is.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
And leave it at that and let them then
And if
take the ball and do whatever they
And if
want
they'd
to do.
like our input, we can give that to them, but I'm with you on that. Because
And I think
I don't have a suggestion to make it better, because I don't know what it's really trying to accomplish.
Should we put a letter together next month?
Well, no, because then you're gonna
No,
run out of time.
no.
That's why I'm
Okay.
pushing for.
John, you want to get together some night and put something together with me?
Yeah, you're gonna have to come over though
Yeah.
and suffer through kids running around.
That's
and
okay.
You make sure you wear your shoes, because if you step on Legos, they hurt.
But we could, if you compose that, we not only could send it to planning board, Robin will send it to Jen, the circuit rider.
Yeah.
Right,
And
because-
she may
Make
be
sure it's
able to
legal.
tell us.
Basically, right, we sent it to the planning board. Jen's gonna be the one who's gonna come up with
That's right.
possible solutions.
She's gonna do it.
Yeah. And that's my thing. It's like, okay, we've seen this twice now in what, 3 months?
Yeah, in less than, less than
Very
6
short
months,
period of
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that,
Both times we're all sitting here trying to be like,
I
well.
Does the
appropriate
planning board
thing is
have a
just to
mailbox
say, we
downstairs?
see a problem.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's Robin.
Especially
so-
because I don't have a solution,
Make sure you get to them, okay.
Yep.
aside from change it.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
make a motion to instruct the chair to
Contact,
contact
John.
the planning board.
Right.
And say that we would like them to consider changes to the garage.
Ordinance,
The ordinance related to garages in the residential district.
yeah.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
if we
Second.
just stay on the registered vehicles, not the unregistered.
I think there's so many different options that,
There is. Somebody's It is the
Just the registered vehicles, you should be able to put inside your building.
the key thing, especially like you look at my house, there's 8 of us in our house.
Yeah, right,
What if I wanted to put all 8 cars in a garage? I can't.
right,
It's
exactly.
kind of weird.
Leave them outside, but you can't put them inside.
Or you could have 2 garages if you have enough room.
See, we all have a different opinion.
Right.
Cars.
In a garage.
Oh
in
yeah, I
a
would have to build
garage.
2 garages.
You could have
Two
2
four-car
garages.
So did my motion get a second?
I seconded it already.
Okay.
Did we vote?
No, we didn't, but that would be next.
So who made the motion, Roger?
I made the motion.
Okay, Roger, and John, you
seconded
second? All right. Second, are we all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Get on that, Jack.
I'm gonna vote. Thank you, guys.
Okay, good. Is that me? Oh.
Cloud John. Listen, I'm up at 3 or 4 o'clock every morning, so.
Well, I know where you live now. I saw you blowing leaves into the road.
I'm going to the dump the other one, going to work, and geez, I had thrown something in my, I see paper coming out in the road, I said, holy shit, so I, excuse my language, I had to pull over and push everything down. And I didn't see him come by me, he was peeping the horn, making fun of me, that's what he was doing. He didn't stop and say, boy, help that old man, you know?
See?
Contact John, what time are you up in the morning, John?
About 4:30.
Good, me too.
Okay.
Okay. We'll try to get it done in the next several days. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The board is adjourned. What?
Don't we have
Make a motion that we approve the minutes of October 15th.
The minutes. I forgot all about it. I'm sorry. The minutes weren't on here. That's why.
Oh, see?
Ah. Oh boy.
God, I'm fired.
She's fine.
I'm fired.
We got a new guy.
Yeah.
I got a question about the minutes.
Yes. Go right ahead.
Spell my name wrong again?
No, there were 2 typos. I don't know if you want to bother.
So
with that.
here's the thing, because Diane does them, it's so much easier if you send me an email. So, because she's gonna fix it in her document, or I gotta fix it. I
Okay.
don't wanna jot it down and get it
There's 2
wrong.
typos. I'll send you the thing. But there was no vote on the number 4 preliminary review of Troy Young and Tammy Varani. There was no vote listed. There was a motion and a second, but
Yes, so
was,
I had to call legal counsel for that. I had to call Bob Dismelik, and everybody said the intent was there. We had a motion, we had a huge amount of discussion. We had nobody that was opposing anything, and that as long as we had the motion and the second, which was actually hard to hear because of the microphone issue, that it could go forward. But I had to get legal counsel interpretation for that.
okay. I just,
Yes.
the others had a vote.
Yes.
That's why I noticed it wasn't.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
I haven't even looked at the minutes, so.
If Roger doesn't have any objections, I
No,
don't.
no.
Because the only thing he doesn't catch is the misspelling of my name.
Yeah.
Really, Harry is a much better proofreader than I am.
So again, who made the motion for minutes?
I made a motion.
Okay, and it was second by
Second.
Mary for discussion, and we had discussion.
Yeah.
Anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor, okay. Good. Thank you. Okay,
ZBA ends at, what it, is that 8:44?
okay, 8:44.
Long meeting. But we did a lot of work.
Thank you, everybody.